Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at a short clip of Aden Duale. A clip that has been trending, and I felt it was worth analyzing and having a look at it here, for it's going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion. From the clip, Aden Duale is seen campaigning in Garissa, and residents are telling him, Maliza, Uende. Have a look at this. Yes, that's the kind of a reception Aden Duale is being given in Garissa exactly 4 days to the elections. What does that mean politically? In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yesterday and even yesterday but one, so many pollsters were released. And if you look at the statistics that are coming from Garissa County, in fact, one pollster gave Raila Odinga 80% in Garissa County. Aden Duale is vying for a seat in Garissa County, Garissa Town constituency seat. So if statistics are anything to go by, Aden Duale starts on a wrong footing. He is going against the grain. He is starting from a wrong footing. And then secondly, if you look at politics of northern Kenya, it's largely based on clanism. Clan elders make the decision, and then the people actually follow that. A good majority of clan elders from Garissa County have already endorsed Raila Odinga. That's a second thing, or rather, Aden Duale is also going against that. So from all parameters, in my honest opinion, Aden Duale is going against very strong winds to retain his Garissa parliamentary seat. And from where I sit, if those sentiments by residents are anything to go by, it shows that residents of Garissa, they don't have faith in Aden Duale. Aden Duale has been the member of parliament since 2007, about 15 years now. And maybe they've looked at Aden Duale and they are seeing he is not a good performer. They are telling him, Maliza Uende. Secondly, from that short clip, I'm seeing it will be very hard for Ruto to win the Garissa County vote. And that is so because Ruto is largely relying on Aden Duale as his spokesperson, or rather as his spokesman in Garissa County. And you can see for yourself that the spokesman himself is being rejected. That proves it to me again that Ruto will find it very hard winning the Garissa vote, because even his spokesman is already irrelevant, a political reject in that area. And also from that incident, I'm seeing a very high possibility where Raila or Azimio candidates will easily win seats in Garissa County. And you know, in this election, assuming Raila Odinga wins the presidency and then he does not have members of parliament, that can actually force him to enter into some deals with the opposition, which will actually dilute Raila's influence in government. So the mere fact that actually the ground is rebelling against Ruto's candidates is also a good sign, or rather boost to Raila's side, because that also proves that a good majority of leaders who will be elected in Garissa most likely will be from Azimio, and thus a win for Raila Odinga. And now with the 4 days remaining to the elections, is there anything Aden Duale can actually do to tilt the scales in his favor? With 4 days remaining, I don't think there is anything Aden Duale can do, because it appears that a good majority of voters in Garissa County, where Aden Duale actually comes from, a good majority, and not only that, across the country, a good majority have made up their minds on who to vote for. And from that kind of a reaction, it's clear Aden Duale is not that kind of a candidate they can even think or long to vote for. And even before I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, this year's election is going to be a very interesting election, in that for the very first time since the advent of multi-party, or rather let me say since 2002, I'm seeing the system, this thing that all along we have been told has always been rigging elections, or rather Raila's elections. For the very first time, I'm seeing that system on the side of the people. The deep state is with the people. And I'm saying that because if you look at it objectively, if you live in Garissa, Raila's popularity, or rather Raila beats William Ruto almost in all regions of Kenya, except in William Ruto's Kalenjin backyard and maybe on the mountain. But the mountain, just as I've been saying, seems to be slippery. It's not known on how the mountain might actually react on the voting day, on the election day. So it's very clear that Raila Odinga most likely will beat William Ruto in all regions, except maybe in William Ruto's Kalenjin Rift Valley. So I'm seeing a situation where if Raila goes on to win this year's election, a good majority of Kenyans are actually going to feel part of that government. That's what I'm seeing here, as opposed to those previous elections where it was being seen that just a minority, maybe just 2 tribes, were actually controlling everything, including government. But assuming Raila Odinga wins, and this is a fact, a good section of Kenyans across board are going to feel represented in that Raila Odinga's government. That is something I'm also seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. But assuming William Ruto wins again, on the contrary, then you are just going to see maybe just a continuation of 2 ethnic communities dominating against other Kenyan communities. Because if you look at the structure of Kenya Kwanza Alliance, William Ruto's ticket is just Ruto and then Rigathi, Kalenjin Kikuyu. And it's assumed that after William Ruto maybe leaves, then it's automatic. His successor will most definitely come from the mountain. So it will just be a rotation between Kalenjins and the Rift Valley. Compare that to Raila Odinga. Assuming Raila Odinga wins the presidency, if he will be exiting, I know Raila shall have opened doors for maybe also other communities to actually assume the presidency. That's something I'm seeing, and is very, very clear, ladies and gentlemen. And as I conclude, with 4 days remaining to the elections, my appeal to Kenyans is that they should turn out in large numbers to make their stand known on the ballot. Kenyans must turn out in large numbers to make their stand known on the ballot. Because for some times now, we have also been seeing some loud minority actually dictating terms and making it appear that now their feel, or rather what they are airing, or rather their grievances, or rather their utterances, or what they're saying, is the feel of a majority. But I honestly believe there is a silent majority. I'm calling upon that silent majority to turn out in large numbers on Tuesday to cast their votes. That's the only way we can bring a true revolution in this country. Kenya is a beautiful country. Kenya is ours. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us for the very first time, but so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. to our fans and subscribers, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana is tamu sana.